This is my show, The Empire. Matter of fact, it's on commercial right now, but this is not what this video is going to be about. This video is pretty much going to be about commitment. Now, the reason why I'm coming to you guys with this topic is because a lot of times when it's something that you really trying to get in life, a lot of the times we can get bombarded with just life. But let me turn this down real quick so that way you guys, we can get a perfect conversation on this. I'm loving my TV, guys. But pretty much, you know, commitment, it takes a lot of effort. It takes a lot of effort, and it takes a strong-willed mind to really like succeed in being committed 100% to something that you really gonna have to just go through some things to get. And a lot of times it's not about getting knocked down, it's about how you get up. So if you had something that you chasing, and let's just say me for instance, I'm chasing trucking, but a lot of my obstacles are the fact that I don't have a lot of family care to help me with, you know, pursuing it. Because obviously when anybody's doing anything that requires them to be gone, whether you an actor, whether you a basketball player, football player, and you on your tours, or you a truck driver, you always gone, or you a businessman to where you gotta leave, you know, you need a nanny or a caregiver to watch your kids if you have any, or you just need somebody reliable so that you can perform your duties on whatever job you have. So a lot of times, you know, with my obstacles, when I get really down in the dumps to where I just be like, man, I don't think I can make it another day. You know, I truly don't think that my trucking career is going to take off, because the fact that, you know, obviously I have to be there for my kids if nobody else is, as far as the caretaker. So when I get like that, instead of getting to where I'm moping or I'm beating myself up even more on it, I go into the energy of what am I going to do about it. See, a lot of times we can tend to waste our energy backwards, and that's more easier to do and that's more natural to do, because, you know, we humans, sometimes we get tired. We get tired of fighting sometimes, but you can't get tired of fighting. You have to fight that much more when you feel like you're getting tired, because when you get into the point of tired, that means something is about to come in a blessing form to where you should fight that much harder, because you're right there. Some people will quit when they like right there. When I say right there, like let's just say kids for instance. Some kids will get to the 12th grade. You know, obviously school is from pre-K to 12th grade. Some kids will get to the 12th grade and drop out. Why would you drop out and you're at the last year of school? Like from here to next year is like right around the corner, and you're deciding to drop out when you was right there. That shows how committed that you either wasn't or should have been. So, you know, a lot of times people, they watch people that are successful and they go into envious mode, or even sometimes jealousy, like they think they all that because they got this. They don't understand what I'm going through because they already got it. But we've been where you are. Like me, when my full success comes, you know, I've earned it. Nothing's been handed to me. I've never had nobody to just say, here go your success, here you go. Any success that does come to my door, you best to believe I committed to it. So majority of the times, a lot of people you see that gotten somewhere, they gotten somewhere simply because they worked hard at it. They didn't quit when times got rough. You know, they committed. Like you know how if you love a spouse or you love somebody and you really do love them, you're going to commit to them, right? And that's the same thing with a journey or a passion of yours. So if it's your passion that you really want to get your master's degree in something, then you best believe you got to do all them papers, all your finals, you got to study. You know, you can't be clubbing, you can't be partying, you got to make sure you keep your grades up, keep your grades above 3.0 average. You know, all that stuff is hard work. but it's worth it in the end. Because now you got your master's degree to where you can have a true career, and you might even can do your own business to where you no longer are at the poverty level, or you're no longer at a level to where you are nobody. You're climbing the ladder of reaching to the next level in your financial life. So, it's easy said and done, but that's why you need to surround yourself with positive people like myself, or even positive people in your immediate circle that can give you these words to say, no man, keep pushing, keep on pushing. It's going to get hard. You're going to cry sometimes. Trust and believe. A lot of these days when things get really hard for me and I be like, man, I really want this, but sometimes it just feels like I'm not going to get it. So there's a lot of times I be on my truck. I might not be bawling, crying, but it's just slight tears running down my face because, man, I really want it. So instead of just, staying stuck in sadness or staying stuck just like, oh my God, I go in, even though sometimes the tears will start rolling, in my mind I'm thinking like, okay, well, even though, I can't use this person, maybe I can use this person, or even if I can't stay OTR, I can do this until I can come back to OTR. So you got to kind of cycle your thoughts into remedies. Life is just like a chess game. You have to use your pawns, you got to use your castle, you got to use your horse, you got to know the move to keep your king safe, and your queen is the strongest opponent on that chessboard because she can do anything. So you really have to know what pieces that you can use so that your king stays protected, and your king is your goal. So you have to protect your goal so that nobody checkmates you, because once you get checkmate, a lot of times game is over, and you only get one life to do these things. So a lot of times if you get into a decision that can end your life, obviously that's definitely checkmate because you can't come back from death. So come on guys, most general people live to be from 60 years old to sometimes over 100. But when you really think about it, 100 years is not a lot of time to live, because if you really look in biblical days, people used to live to be 1,000 years old until sin really got us to where we finally got down to 100 years. So 100 years compared to 1,000 years, 100 years is just like tomorrow for God. So 100 years go quicker than you think. So a lot of times the best time to start with committing to something is committing from when I had to say from 15 on up. Because when you 15, you about in high school, you just getting in high school. And a lot of times when you're getting in high school, that's when your decisions really affect your future. Because let's just say you this 15-year-old that get in high school, and now you mingling with the wrong crowd, the way now you smoking weed. Like at first you was an honor roll student, you went to school every single day. Your grade point average was just 3.8. I mean, you was doing good on the basketball team and everything, and probably had some colleges looking at you. But all of a sudden, you lost the sight of being committed to the goal of trying to either be good at the basketball team or trying to be good at graduate. And then you let these boys, get you off task, or you let these girls pussy get you off task, or you just let the fact that now you got these people got you smoking weed all the time get you off task. Now your grade point average and dropped to 1.7. Now you've been skipping school, skipping classes. Now you done got to the 12th grade. Now you quit. Now you trying to talk about, I'm gonna get my GED. Why? So that's what I'm trying to say. This is not a judgment. This is just real talk. And a lot of times people don't want to sit down to have real talk. So y'all already know this is Keeping It 100. So whatever video I bring, I really want to push anybody that's willing to listen. Maybe they needed to hear this. And I'm even pushing myself, because sometimes I rewatch my own videos to talk to myself. So, I mean, you got to keep pushing. You got to be committed. And sometimes even though you committed, you might not always get what you was pursuing right then and there, but that don't mean you won't get it. Like, let's just say another game for me example. Let's just say, like, my goal is to get my business off the ground. One day I can't get my business off the ground right now, because I might have to go home and just get my kids out the way before I can pursue this. But that's not to say that I can't do it in the near future. So remember this, just because something that you was pursuing didn't work right then and there, that don't mean that it wasn't like necessarily meant for you. Grant, sometimes some things is not meant for everybody. So everything you try might have not been for you, but a lot of times, you know, from intuition and sometimes God lay it on your heart, you'll know when it's really meant for you. So, you know, just remember, sometimes it might not happen right now, but if it's really a passion that keeps bothering you and it's keep knocking at you, like, come on, you know, you really want this, you got to do it. You know, commit to it until you can't commit to it no more. Because even Kevin Hart wrote a book, and part of the book was him talking about how committed he was to becoming a comedian. Because even though he's the top comedian, one of the top comedians now, from listening to that book, he struggled. Like, he had tons of ups and downs, from his marriage to just trying to perfect his craft as a comedian. Just like, he went through a lot, and he was committed. So the fact that he fully committed himself got him to where he is today. And there's a lot of people that got the same type of story. Taraji P. Henson, Tiffany Haddish, Richard Pryor. I mean, these are all comedies, because I mean, I listened to their bio. So even Oprah Winfrey got a story out this world. A lot of people that, you know, struggle to the top, you know, they came from something to where it made them strive. They have a saying to where only the strong survive, and sometimes commitment is for the strong-willed. Because if your will ain't that strong, the minute somebody say something wrong that you don't like, or you giving up. Or the minute that shit don't go your way because you a spoiled brat, you giving up. So you gotta put that tough armor on to where no matter what come at you, no matter what hit you, no matter what knock you down, you know, you get up and you continue to show, I don't care, I can take a punch, but I'm gonna get back up and I'm gonna keep fighting. And after a while, I'm gonna get what it is that I'm pursuing. So, all right, guys, I'm not gonna talk y'all head off. Tomorrow is Friday, so I'm gonna post in the community section the $50 raffle again. I wasn't able to find the guy to give him the money. So, you know what? If I post this and the person that won does not claim the money, I'm just gonna have to wait to post it again. So I can only do what I can, but if people are not doing their part to claim what they enter for, then that's not my fault. So, all right, guys, time is the essence. Let's make better time of it. Let's love each other, not judge each other. Shoot, I'm about to clean my truck up. More, not to say more clean. My truck is clean. I'm gonna organize my truck, because I done took a lot of stuff off here, so now I need to get it to where I want it. And probably get back to watching some Empire, girl. Ooh-wee. Shoot, Empire can never get old. So, deuces.